What if I told you the man who revolutionized reggae lived a life of pure chaos? Lee Scratch Perry wasn't just a producer. He was a walking enigma who burned down his own studio, walked backwards in the streets, and covered his home in cryptic graffiti. From shaping Bob Marley's sound to creating dub music, his genius was as wild as his life. But what drove him to the edge of madness? And why did he destroy the legendary Black Ark studio? This is the untold story of the mad genius who turned music into magic. You won't believe the chaos behind the legend. Born Rainford Hugh Perry in 1936 in the rural Jamaican town of Kendal, Perry's early life was marked by poverty and hardship. He left school at a young age, taking on odd jobs as a professional dancer, domino player, and even a bulldozer driver. But was in Kingston, the heart of Jamaica's music scene, where Perry found his calling. In the early 1960s, he began working with Clement Coxsone Dodd, a pioneer of Jamaican sound systems. Perry's role as a talent scout, session arranger, and songwriter for Dodd's Studio One label laid the foundation for his future as a producer. It was during this time that he earned the nickname Scratch, after releasing a song called Chicken Scratch. Perry's career took a significant turn in 1968 when he founded his own label, Upsetter Records. The name Upsetter was fitting, as Perry was known for his rebellious nature and his ability to disrupt the status quo. He assembled a group of talented musicians, known as the Upsetters, and together they created a sound that was raw, innovative, and deeply rooted in the rhythms of reggae. Perry's production style was unconventional, to say the least. He was a self-taught producer who relied on intuition and experimentation rather than formal training. His methods often baffled trained musicians, but the results were undeniable. Tracks like Return of Django, which reached number 5 on the UK charts in 1969, showcased Perry's ability to blend reggae with a sense of drama and urgency. But it was Perry's work with Bob Marley and the Wailers that cemented his legacy. In the early 1970s, Perry took the Wailers under his wing, transforming their sound from polished harmonies to a more raw, spiritual, and bass-driven style. Songs like Soul Rebel, Duppy Conqueror, and Small Axe were born out of this collaboration, marking a turning point in Marley's career. Perry's influence on Marley was profound, encouraging him to embrace a more authentic and passionate approach to music. Despite their eventual falling out, Perry's impact on Marley's sound was undeniable, and their partnership remains one of the most significant in reggae history. Perry's creative peak came in the mid-1970s with the establishment of his legendary Black Ark studio. This small, cluttered space became the birthplace of some of reggae's most innovative sounds. The walls of the Black Ark were covered in cryptic inscriptions, and the studio itself was filled with strange artifacts and installations. It was here that Perry, along with collaborator King Tubby, pioneered the genre of dub music. By stripping reggae down to its bare essentials and adding layers of sound effects, reverb, and electronic experimentation, Perry created a sound that was entirely his own. The Black Ark was not just a studio, it was a sanctuary, a place where Perry could channel his mystical worldview into music. Yet, as Perry's creativity soared, so did his eccentricities. He was known to spend days at a time in the studio, refusing visitors and subsisting on little more than ganja and rum. His behavior grew increasingly erratic, and his personal life began to unravel. In 1979, Perry's world came crashing down when he set fire to the Black Ark, burning it to the ground. The reasons for this act remain shrouded in mystery. Some say it was a symbolic gesture, a way for Perry to burn the bridges of his past and start anew. Others believe it was the result of a mind pushed to the brink by years of overwork and substance abuse. Whatever the reason, the destruction of the Black Ark marked the end of an era. Perry's life after the fire was marked by a descent into further eccentricity. He took to walking backwards in the street, covering his home in arcane graffiti, and pounding the ground with a hammer. His marriage to Pauline Morrison, the mother of 4 of his children, fell apart, and Perry's behavior became increasingly unpredictable. Despite being arrested for arson, he was released due to a lack of evidence, and the true circumstances of the fire remain a mystery. Perry himself offered little explanation, preferring to speak in rhymes and riddles. In the years that followed, Perry left Jamaica, living in the United States, Amsterdam, and eventually Switzerland, where he married businesswoman Mireille Campbell-Rook. The couple returned to Jamaica in 2020, but Perry's health began to decline. He passed away on August 29th.
The entertainment sector was jolted this morning by news of the death of legendary record producer and singer Lee Scratch Perry.
2021, at the age of 85, leaving behind a legacy that continues. At the age of 85, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and mystify. Lee Scratch Perry was a man who defied categorization. He's a musical genius, a shaman, and an enigma. His strange behaviors and eccentricities were as much a part of his artistry as his groundbreaking productions. Perry's life was a testament to the power of creativity, even in the face of chaos. He was a man who burned his own studio to the ground, yet rose from the ashes to continue creating, proving that true artistry knows no bounds. Was Lee Scratch Perry's chaos the key to his genius? From burning down his studio to living a life of riddles and rebellion, his story is as unpredictable as his music. But what's your take? Was his madness the secret to his creativity? Let us know in the comments below. What's your favorite Scratch Perry moment? And if you could ask him one question about his wild life, what would it be? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insane stories of music legends who lived on the edge. Drop your thoughts. Let's unravel the chaos of Scratch Perry.